day 4. The temperature has dropped by about 30 degrees. And we're going to go try to fly in some high winds. Holla if you hear me.
Holla!
Well, day 4 was our last full day in the Outer Banks. So we decided to make the best of it. We got up early. We tried the whole time to fly Derek's new drone. But the thing is every time we would either be hindered by no-fly zones or really high winds. And both were the case where we tried to fly on day 4. So we ended up just getting like 10 feet off the ground and basically just crashing because of the high winds. So we packed up from there. And we decided to take advantage of the wind, basically, and film just nothing but time lapses. And spent the rest of the day playing around with frame rates and filming time lapses of just all the beauty that surrounded us. Guess what? We got stuck on the beach again. We tried to dig ourselves out. That didn't work. We tried to put firewood under the tire. That didn't work. We actually got pulled out by another truck, and it worked. And then as soon as we tried to go again, we got stuck immediately. So the same guy pulled us out a second time. It was a pretty humbling experience, but just shrug it off because it's not an adventure unless stuff like that happens. There was a black racer just coiled up in the marsh as cold as can be.
Check this out. It's like 45, 50 degrees. There's a little black racer hanging out. So cool. I love these guys. They're very spicy.
As we were driving around, there was a freshwater marsh and people fishing, and I looked behind us and there was a big yellow-bellied slider turtle just crawling right on the edge of the road. So I jumped out of the truck and I moved him over to the side of the road in the same direction he was going to move him to another marsh.
Let's look at this guy. So this guy was crossing the road. We could tell it's a male. Look at his long, beautiful fingernails.
Yeah, they're better to scratch you with.
But he was crossing the road right here, so we're just going to go ahead and put him where he was going in the same direction.
This trip was much needed for me. I think a quote that I read actually sums up exactly just the necessity of this trip. And it's by a poet named Rainer Rilke. It says, "When anxious, uneasy, and bad thoughts come, I go to the sea, and the sea drowns them with its great wide sounds, cleanses me with its noise, and imposes a rhythm upon everything in me that is bewildered and confused." I couldn't have said that better myself. The sea just washed away all of that anxiety and put me back in a place in my head where I can have that calm and that peace and remember who I am as a nature-loving, wild, wilder dude. This has been one great adventure. Thanks for coming along with us as we filmed our journey, and I hope you enjoyed it. Stan Lake, out.